Hello, this is Sandro Forte, and one of the problems that many advisors have is converting first meeting opportunities into second or presentation meetings. And a common problem is that apart from leaving a little bit too much time between the first and the second meeting, what we often find is that clients have forgotten what you talked about at the first meeting, or they have to be reminded about some of those basic concepts, or something has changed. And then we end up making 3, 4, 5 meetings in order to get to the same end result. And what I discovered by trial and error mainly was that by creating a meeting report after the first meeting, so I've now conducted my fact find meeting, gathered all this lovely information in confidence, of course. What I then do is I finish the first meeting by letting my prospective client know that what I'm going to do next is to produce a little report, and it's divided into 3 sections. The first one is a summary of all the fact find information. So something like, you told me you're married, you have 2 children, you live in your own home, subject to a mortgage, etc., etc. The second paragraph or second section is a summary of their financial objectives. So you told me you wanted to send your children to into further education, particularly private school. You want to pay off your mortgage within the next 10 years. You'd like to retire at the age of 58. Those are some basic financial objectives. And then the final part of the meeting report is what I refer to as outline observations, not recommendations at this stage, because I haven't sat down and really planned a financial proposal. I haven't done any quotes at this stage. This is being sent to my prospective client within 2 or 3 days of that first meeting. Now, once you've templated this, it becomes very easy because you can just cut and paste a number of those key financial planning principles. So it might be something like, I noticed you haven't made a will. You might like to think about updating your will. Your insurance arrangements currently are about to expire in 2 years. You have a young family, you have no insurance at all. You might like to think about mortgage protection or family protection or critical illness cover. So there are a whole range of different observations that you can make without them being particularly relevant to the client at this stage. But there are 2 things that happen here. One is you bridge a gap between the first meeting and the second meeting. What will happen is the client will remain focused on the matters at hand. And secondly, you will start to drill down, getting them focusing on some of the potential solutions that ultimately you are going to offer them. It's a really effective way of maintaining a relationship with your client. And of course, if anything changes, if any of the objectives that they've outlined change between first and second meeting, they will proactively contact you and keep that communication line open. So meeting report, if you want a template, join the masterclass, ask me for any further resources that are not available at sandroforte.com. But otherwise, meeting report, one of the most beneficial tools that I use in client engagement, but also maintaining that relationship into the presentation meeting, and closing ratios go up as a result.